haven't felt this good in like the past 20 years of my life, just having to see just the floodgate of all the support, and just seeing how it was structured, the modules. I mean, it was clear as day that everything that Bradley had put into this program, it was well thought out. And just the fact that there's so many different paces, you don't have to go speed through everything, just go at your own pace. So yeah, it was awesome. I mean, shock was all around for all of that because Bradley, you did it. You sold me like literally the first week. So I'm really happy that, all the hard work that him and his team has put into it was spot on. My Salesforce story or journey has started actually at the end of 2019. I was actually editing a paper for my sister who was taking a communications class, and she wrote her story about Salesforce, and I had never heard about the company before. And I, of course, being a good sister, I needed to edit that paper for her to help her out, and I found the company very interesting. I took it a little bit further, and I contacted, or at least I was going through my network on LinkedIn. And even at that time, I didn't really have a lot of following, or I didn't even engage on LinkedIn as often as I did, as I do now, actually. So I got in contact with an old friend of mine who was a Salesforce employee at the time, and he gave me a tour of the Chicago office. I was floored. He even introduced me to the Trailhead. Didn't know anything about that as well. And then ever since then, it just skyrocketed. When I was kind of doing this like soul searching, just trying to find answers for all the wrong things that were going in your life, you start Googling like, keywords like, what can I do to better my life? Stop having all these negative thoughts. And sometimes they do creep in my head. And then, I didn't really find like LinkedIn as being something that I would get so dependent about networking with individuals. And so I spent quite a few times throughout the weekdays when things were slow, and I just logged on and started seeing Talent Stacker being posted on a lot of people's on my newsfeed on some of like the second and third degree of separation. And Nita Smith was one of them. Jackie was another one too. And so, early on during the year, I was thinking like, okay, what is this Talent Stacker? I didn't really know anything about if it was a legitimate company or, but it just kept creeping up every single time. So, and I started asking these serious questions like, okay, like, is this a pyramid scheme? What exactly? And I hate having to spend any amount of money for programs that I feel like, if the resources out there and they're for free, why don't I just go down that avenue? But then I came into the program actually already certified. The deal breaker for me was that I saw just a lot of the testimonials, just like the one I'm making right now. A lot of people who are just very happy with the choices that they made joining the program, also seeing the return of investment. Just because, I come from an accounting background, so everything has to have some sort of association with numbers and, what is it in it for me? And so, yeah, I saw this as a huge investment. And then, also having to come into this program, already making more than $80,000 a month, a year, not a month. That would be wonderful if I did, but that wasn't the selling point. So it was a lot of other things that I felt like the program had all the good qualities that I was looking for to get myself back on track on a good roadmap to transitioning into a new career, to give myself this community that I was really searching for support. So, so yeah, that was really just like the whole turning point for me, seeing people on the LinkedIn platform and just blasting Talent Stacker all over the place. Like, you know what? I'm sold. Yep, I'm going to join right now. And luckily I did. So happy that I'm here. Because I didn't really expect to see myself going a fast pace as I did. I actually thought that I was going a little bit too fast in regards to signing up for the or joining the mock volunteering projects. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I felt like I didn't expect to happen, but it happened so quickly, just one right after the other. And I wasn't prepared for that. I was really going to stretch my unemployment until like 2022. I was going to really relax. I mean, like the summer was great for me, with all things considered. Since 2020 was obviously a miserable year for everybody, but yeah, this summer, in relation to what we've experienced, I felt like, I took my stride, I took my pace. I didn't want it to make this like a competition, and just, I mean, it's already competitive as it is, but, just to see that, like, I'm really enjoying the journey and really, just enjoying the community and learning at the same time. So yeah, all the expectation had really just been just very minimal, but of myself, what I put into it. And then it was just so much more than what I expected. So yeah, definitely Talent Stacker has been such a huge turning point. It really has. Just everybody involved. I feel like we're all just drinking the Salesforce Kool-Aid, and we're gonna keep doing it for a while. I'm okay with Kool-Aid, but Salesforce Kool-Aid specifically. I can tell you that my very first job interview experience as it was actually right before I joined the Talent Stacker program, and there were two. One that was in the healthcare industry, and just coming from the legal industry for all my years, didn't know anything about it, but I felt like maybe this might be a good starting point. It was a junior Salesforce admin position, and I got down to the third round, fortunately. And the third round, being technical, didn't have enough technical experience to get me through maybe even like half of the series of questions. And so I felt like, okay, I need to get myself more technical. I have to do more hands-on training, because what I've been doing, just having to spend some time just playing around in the playground wasn't enough to get myself into a Salesforce admin job. So that's what I did. I mean, just everything that was leading up to the point of just joining this program, Talent Stacker program, was just because the cause and effect of not doing so well in technical questions, but then, how do I regain some of that, feelings of confidence, just getting myself into the Salesforce ecosystem. So that's kind of what I did. It's just like, all right, I need to find a different route, better roadmap, more structured program. And then, just seeing everything that was just kind of sprinkling from LinkedIn. It's like, okay, I see Talent Stacker here and there. So obviously doing the research and seeing, testimonials, and like, all right, this is, I just can't ignore the signs here. I got to sign up for this program and just go all in. There are a couple times during the past couple of years, pre-pandemic lockdown, and for a lot of us who've experienced the lockdown, it's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of downs for me, especially, and it really did affect my mental health. Just being in the career that I was in for so long, not getting the support that I needed. And so I took a little bit of a break to just do a reboot, try to figure out, what's the more important things in life. And I felt like Salesforce was like my saving grace, just for a lot of us who joined the program, searching for, bigger, brighter things to do in our lives. And so, I just have to say that without Salesforce this past year, I don't know how I could have found my happiness. So I'm just in such a better place, both mentally, even physically as well. I mean, everything's all connected. I can't say enough. This has been a wonderful journey, and I'm really looking forward to all the good, positive things, all the good mana. That's what, and just I'll bring all this energy, all this positive energy, from myself to you. Really enjoyed this process. So thank you very much. Shakas again.